Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Drew. I am a person who does code now, and I used to do sound. I used to do audio for a living, so I used to do live events, and I used to mess around with recording and things like that. That's how I came here. I'm talking about Sonic Pi, which is a really cool piece of software written by a person called Sam Aaron. Definitely go check his stuff out on YouTube. He can take you right through the whole piece of software and how it all works and what it's all designed to do. But the short and the long of it is that it's a music creation tool using code. So music as code, code as art. It's really cool. I've been messing around with it a little bit, and I wanted to show it off. So here I am. I've got my little home studio, and I'm going to show you Sonic Pi, or what I've figured out from it. So a real brief overview of how I've been messing with this. So you can use this to play audio. It's a sort of an IDE coding environment. It runs. It's based on Ruby, so it's all Ruby code, Ruby syntax. They've added a lot of their own functions to it, and it sort of runs a bit differently to how you would usually use. So you can type something like play 70, and this will place the 70th note on a keyboard for us. So we can press Command R. So you'll hear me pressing Command R instead of pressing the play button here, but I do that, and it just plays. Ooh, a note. That's lovely. If I play another one, let's play 80. Oh, we hear two notes. You can hear two notes playing at once. Now, you'll notice they play at once because I haven't put anything between them. So code runs so fast, we get hit to line 3, and then we hit line 6, and they play almost immediately. So if we put in a sleep, and we go... Wow, that's paused it. The cool thing about that is that 1 is actually 1 bar. It's not actually a second, it's a bar, so it's a musical bar. This is because the whole thing is designed to be running around in musical loops. And it can be just keep running in a loop. So if we put what's called a live loop here, we give it a name. I'm going to call it beep, boop, and I'm going to call it do, because, beep, boop. That's what it is. We're beeping and booping. It's got automatic formatting as well, so when I press run, it's just going to save that, and it formatted the end there for me, which saves me so much time. Now, I'm hearing them both at the same time again there. Whoops, because I forgot to put a second sleep in. So I've got to put in my second sleep. So let's do that. Marvelous. We can beep boop all day long. That is incredibly annoying, so I'm not going to keep that playing. Then from there, we've basically, these are just functions. So we've basically got a play function, right? We put some brackets around there, and that has takes arguments. So in the Ruby style, you can give it these arguments. So as you can see, it comes up with all the suggested arguments that you can put in. You can change a lot of different things: amplitude, panning, pitch, attack, decay, release, all the ADSR. Synth envelopes for those of you who are familiar. So I could do something silly like let's change the amplitude, and we can change the amplitude of the first note to what's it called? A fraction of 1. So 1 is full volume, 0 is no volume. So if I was to do 0.3 or something, that's about a third of the volume. So let's see how that runs. Ooh, very nice. And we don't actually need these brackets because it's Ruby, and Ruby's like that. They don't like brackets very much. No, it becomes this sort of almost English-looking language. So that's cool. All right, so with that, we can do that. We can do randomization, which is kind of cool. So now we're getting into code, where the code really helps for us, and this is what I love about it. So if I pick a random number between 0 and 1, so rand 1, cool. Now if we go... Oh, it needed... What did I need to do? I needed to... Maybe I do need to put the brackets there, because... Do I need to, or what have I done wrong, people? Apparently that's what I needed to do, so I needed the brackets there. That surprised me. Or something. If you know what I did wrong, I would love to know, because I love learning. Anyway, so now if I put 2... It's probably not going to do much, because, it's a random volume between 0 and 1, and it's not going to sound like it's very different until it's down really quite low. So if we were to do something like something more obvious, like a panning. Let's do panning. Pan, and let's do something like... Pan will be either hard left, which is -1, or... hard right, which is in an array, and I'll go choose. So choose me one of these items. Let's do that. Is that choose? I think that's Ruby. Am I right? Yeah. Oh. We've got panning. For those of you who are listening in stereo, it's randomly panning between left or right. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy world. And that's the basis of this whole sort of thing, that these loops can be played. You can then make another loop, so I could do something like live loop. Let's do a drum. So let's do a bass drum. Let's do a kick drum. Kick do. Oh yeah, let's do a track, right? Well, not a track, but let's do something here. So we can also add samples. It comes with a heap of samples. So BD is a bass drum. So I like this this house bass drum, which we can play here. Ooh, yes, nice. So let's do sleep for half a bar, like 0.5. Whoop, 0.5. Come on, Drew. There we go. Oh man, did I just do a registered trademark? I don't even know how I did that. Was that? I don't even know how I did. Anyway, okay, cool. It was a key command. Must have been a Mac thing. Command option R? Was it command option R? No, it wasn't. I have no idea. Anyway, we're back on track. We now have the most banging beep boop club hit that you have ever heard. Oh yeah, that's feeling good. That's feeling good. I love that house kick. It's from there, like you can just keep going. So live loop. It's a really cool. Let's that in a snare because everybody loves a snare. Actually, no, nobody loves a snare. Let's do some hats. Let's add some hats. We love hats. We love hats. Hats keep time. Hats are good. Sample. And I think there was, I haven't even had a chance to go through all of these hats yet. Symbol closed? Sure, let's try that. So let's see how that listens. So let's do this if they're doing 0.5 on the sleep on the kick, then the hats, we probably want like 0.25, yeah, for that. Let's try that. Oh, that is truly awful. All right, let's try a different sound. So this is the cool thing. We can do this on the fly, right? So we can do sample. Let's find something else for a hi-hat sound. Let's go drum, snare, soft, tom, high, low, nah, electric blip. What's that? Let's do that. Run that. Oh look, it's not really much of a hi-hat, is it? So let's go, where were we? We're electric blip. Electric blip 2? Let's do another blip. It's pretty similar, isn't it? Oh, I don't hate that. Oh, so from here we can do a few things with these. Let's try a low pass filter. So we're getting into electronic music town now. So we can take out the high stuff out of that. Ooh, makes it a little bit more lo-fi. And if we were to take that down, we can do that in the low. Ooh, still got that bing bong going on. It's not annoying at all. We'll work on that. So cool, we've got that, and then from there you can add effects. So let's go with FX. Let's add an echo. Sure, that's easy. That's a good example of an effect. And we end that effects loop. So we wrap that inside of there. Now we should have. Yeah, look, I'm being too nice with it. I gotta do more crappy things to it. Ooh, there we go. Oh, now we got some beep boop club action happening, and it gets really cool from there. So let's kill off these beep boops because let's be honest, nobody likes them. They're awful. So let's kill them. So they're no longer playing. So let's do something cooler. So let's play a scale. This is one of the really cool things that I love about Sonic Pi, and it just makes it so much faster. So I can go, all right, I want this key to be in the C2 range. So this is the second C on a keyboard. And I'm gonna go, look, everybody loves a minor pentatonic scale. That's the blues scale, right? So we're gonna play that. We're gonna play a note. Yep, and then we're gonna choose that note, and let's just see what happens when we do this. It's gonna make our beep. So I'm just gonna play one note at a time because who needs to do anything more than that, right? So let's play it. So it's quite low, so I'm going to put that up higher. So, and that's still just a kind of boring sound, right? So let's do 0.75 seconds. Let's do something. Ooh, there we go. And we've got something more interesting happening here. Now that note's okay, but let's try. We can actually modify that. We can add a synthesizer. Tell it inside of this live loop. Let's use the synth. Now beep is the one that we're currently using, but we can do something more interesting. We can try a different type of synthesizer. A synthesizer takes a sound wave, be it like a sine wave or a saw wave or something like that, and it manipulates that sound wave to get some cool sounds. So from that we can do ooh, chip tunes. Yeah, okay. Alright, I don't mind that. I don't hate it, but let's turn it down. It's a little bit offensive, so let's... Oh, I actually don't really hate that. And everyone loves chip tunes, right? So like, well, let's make it a little bit more like, a little bit more crazy. Too crazy. Don't love that. Let's actually, that's okay. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna tweak this a bit, a little bit less volume, and then we you can, it does normally require a little bit of messing around to try and get things how you want them to go, but like, this is coding, right? There's not really any harm. You've noticed that until I've pressed stop, this thing just keeps going, and I can just keep messing with it. So that's the vibe of it. I've also I've done a few tracks. I've messed around with things. Where's a good one?